This is the preview of the Georgia versus Michigan football game here. I tell you what, it feels like a defensive battle without looking at stats right now. Well, statistically, Michigan only gives up 118 yards per game and 884 passing yards per game. And Georgia, as you know, has the number one defense, and they only allow 253 yards of offense in general. But they didn't look like that last game, so that they really, I think they should go with forget Stetson Bennett and get JT Daniels back to playing. Because I don't know, against Michigan's defense, they're no slouch. Georgia right now is favored by 7.5, but I think it could be less. It could be a little bit. Okay. Georgia averages 39.4 points per game and only allow 9.5 points per game. Of course, they, on offense, 247.9 passing yards per game, 194.9 rushing yards per game. Their defense allows 172.2 passing yards per game, and the rushing yards, 81.7 rushing yards per game. For Michigan, it's 37.7 points per game, 16.1 points per game allowed, 228.1 passing yards per game, 223.8 rushing yards per game. They allow 194.7 passing yards per game and 121.5 rushing yards per game. So really, it's about even, and I think, and Michigan has had 34 sacks this year and 69 tackles for loss. And they have forced 15 turnovers this year. 8 interceptions, 7 fumbles, while their offensive line only allowed 10 sacks all year and 26 tackles for loss, which is pretty good. But they turned the ball 11 times. 7 interceptions and 4 fumbles. And by the way, Michigan has blocked 4 kicks this year. I'm not saying that's going to be necessarily a factor, but special teams could be a factor in this game, potentially. While Georgia, they have given up only 11 sacks this year and 43 tackles for loss, but their defense, 83 tackles for loss and 41 sacks. So really, it's strength versus strength. It's going to be one at the line of scrimmage. They have had 12 interceptions on defense and 4 fumbles, but they also blocked 4 kicks, and they have 2 safeties. They forced them. Well, their offense has given up 12 interceptions and 4 fumbles as well, so it's about even on turnover margin. So I don't. To me, the keys for the game for Michigan is simple. You got to find a way for both teams, really, remain balanced on offense. And it's going to be one at the line of scrimmage easily. So you got to find a way to dictate once. Somebody's going to have to dictate in this game. And I tell you what, Michigan looked pretty good. And I think Michigan just needs to shut down the run for Georgia and make them beat you through the air. But the same thing could be said for Georgia's defense against Michigan. So it's about even on that. And do not commit penalties if you're both teams here. Big penalties, I mean. Look, it's a big game. Winner of this game goes to the national championship. And really, if Michigan could get some either team could, it's going to probably be one of those less, for whoever gets to 27 or more probably wins, because I don't see a shootout here. I don't want to predict these playoff games here, but I just want to point out some key things for both teams. Anyways, if you like this content, hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you guys later.